Okay, so that's how the C minor diminished fifth scale goes 4, 7, 2, 4. And you could either go up to 6 and then over to 7 and then 2 again and then 4 again. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. The A minor diminished fifth, okay, the regular A scale starting on the 5, like that note. I think that's where we ended. Just take this regular A shape here. Remember when we play an A, it's 5 root 3, you know, our little mini 3-finger bar there. And we're going to drop each of these accordingly on a diatonic scale. 5 going to 4, root goes to 7, and 3 goes to 2. What makes this a difficult cage, if you will, half diminished cage, to determine is you have to not only look at the action notes here, which would also be the barred notes here too, right? The 5, and the root. We have to look at the pentatonic that takes us over to the 3 and the 6. 5, 6, root 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there is like an S3L, right? An S at the top of an S3L, 5, 6, 7, root 2. Then we go into an S2L, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root. Right there, unwarped. Right there, patterns. And there's a little no string, no play down here, 2, 3, 4. This guy. You can play it, just go get it down here. The problem is we want a pure half diminished representation of A minor minus 5. So I figured it would be best to get all the notes in on it. So we got 3 to 6 here, and 3 goes to 2. 6 is okay by itself, but right there, just the 1, 3 going to 2, 4, and the root going to 7 there. So we need all this. So that is pretty much your, it's almost like your tripentatonic half diminished box, with its relation to its Ionian here. In the fact that it's the same shape as the Ionian, except it's minor, it's down 1 tone, and you have to double flat the 5th. All right. Now that's not the way I like to do half diminished, but I wanted to map that out to show you that pure, if you wanted to do, somebody said, play me an A-shaped half diminished. Will you play an A-shaped here first? Say in the key of E, 5, root 3. So it's, it's E, E, A, and C sharp. Alright, that's a second diminished A major. Second diminished. Second inversion. I just drop the A to the G sharp. Alright, I'm going to drop the C sharp to the B and drop the E to the D. Okay, and then that's something like this. So that's what that's primarily showing, these boxes that here, now making sense, right? Here's your A shape, here's your A-shaped diminished chord. It's just diminishing this chord down 1 scale. Remember? Let's look over here how easy it is. So we have 5 root 3 here, and we're going to drop the 5 down to the 4, the root to the 7, and the 3 to the 2. There is your C minor diminished 5th chord. It's just right below the major chord. Same thing over here on the E. Action notes 5 root 3. The diminished scale is 4, 7, 2. It's right there. You can find it. You can't get it from the E bar, but you can get it within the pentatonic scale. All right. So this is where they are in the simplest form. G is the same thing. Start root 3/5, a nice root shape, G shape. Just drop things down from there. 7, 2 to 4. Just a minor progression right there. See how long it is? So that's why we like to try and take the half diminished and look at it in a more crunched way. And that's, same thing with the D. Again, with the easy D right here. 5R3 goes to 7, 4, 7, 2. This nice shape there. Same shape. It's like it just went through the warp itself or something like that. So now remember, this is just showing you where these things would lie. Now this is an important separation of the cages. Why? Because in this particular representation of a broken, a segmented fretboard, yeah, big waves. These are in essentially a what you call not a triad, but a major seventh. So the 4, right? They're all perfectly. There's no repeats in them. And let me just digress a second here and look at the one of these boxes here. You have repeats in here. Say within this box, the G minor box here, you've got 4 goes to 4. So it's that many fretboards that, like a perfect fourth kind of thing. It's the same note. All right, a perfect fourth is not exactly the same note, okay? But let's see, 1, 2, 3. It is a perfect fourth, yeah, because they're a fourth apart. So there are repeats in these boxes, but they're made just as big to look at the pure. They're not pure arpeggios, because a pure arpeggio would be 7, 2, 4, 7, 2, 4, way up over here. It's not a full arpeggio. It's just within a tripentatonic box that relates to, is very close to that. But up here we don't have that problem. And this just works out like this. I found these, I played them, and I realized they are perfect, 3 inversion arpeggios. So you start on the 6 here, not the 5th. Okay, so this is a good thing, and they all work. I tried them all. We'll just try one more. The E would start on the 7, so it's all right. They're all in order. There's no repeat notes, and there's no skip notes. There's no double notes on strings. There are double notes on strings, but there's no repeat notes, and there's no strings that don't have a note at all. You'd be in trouble if it did. That's why it's good to have the 6th there. As you can see here in this one string, there's only the 6th. But that's good, because when you use the D minor plus 7 method, the 6 is going to be there. It's going to be important for that D minor shape. Let's talk about that. So with this 6 part, with the 6, 7 right there, the string that just has the 6 on it, this is an A minor shaped D minor. So the 6 is an important part of that little chord there. Remember, this is D minor now, but we're adding the 7. I did some circling to show you that in this part it's a C minor shaped D minor, 7. Actually it's 6, 2, 7. I only circled the B half diminished ones, but the C minor shaped is 6, 2, 4, that kind of thing. So we don't want to get down there yet. Want to still talk about these guys here, because they're really cool. You can play these almost like pentatonic scales.